Hi everyone, this is Adrien, the exercise specialist from the Leduc, Beaumont, Devon Primary Care Network. Today the video is going to be a little bit differently than usual. I'm not actually going to take you guys through an actual workout today. What I do want to do is take a few minutes and discuss the Prescription to Get Active program. It's a program that is utilized by our primary care network, as well as most, if not all, of the primary care networks, and all of the physicians that are also associated with the primary care network clinics. But before I get into that, the reason why I want to discuss them today is they're able to offer a great benefit for a lot of people that are having a hard time being physically active while at home during the quarantine right now. Given what's going on with being under quarantine right now, it is more difficult to remain physically active than ever. You know, we don't have access to the fitness and recreation facilities, obviously, and for a long period of time there, even a lot of the parks were not actually open. So, but those have started to reopen now, which is a fantastic start. So, the resources available to us have made physical activity more and more difficult. But even though it's become more difficult to do the physical activity, as Coach Luna comes to join, even though it has become more difficult to do the physical activity, our needs for doing physical activity are at an all-time high. And it is as important for us as ever to remain physically active. In general, the guidelines set by the Canadian Society of Exercise Physiology is a goal of a minimum of 150 minutes a week of moderate to vigorous level physical activity. That's per week. So that's half an hour 5 times a day. That's 40 minutes, 4 times, or half an hour 5 times in a week. Or 40 minutes for 4 times a week, so on and so forth, as a minimum, as that tends to be the threshold that we notice a lot of improvements start to happen, whether it's musculoskeletal, so building muscle, losing body fat, hormonal changes, so on and so forth. So to discuss what moderate to vigorous intensity means, if you're going for a casual walk and you're able to kind of talk like I am now at the end without much difficulty, you are not hitting that moderate to vigorous level of effort. It has to be something that does actually require effort to a moderate or vigorous level of intensity. Those words are vague. We do have some kind of scales and stuff that I do use with patients at sometimes to kind of go into more details of those, but at the end of the day, moderate to vigorous for the most part is individual, and only you will know if you are truly able to hit that moderate or vigorous level of intensity for yourself. Of course, if you are not currently physically active, or you've had a long way off from physical activity, or obviously if you have a medical condition that make physical activity difficult, please always consult with your physician prior to attempting any exercise program, but especially one that would make you work at a moderate to vigorous intensity. If you're not able to work at those intensities due to a medical condition or something similar, then any level of physical activity is better than no physical activity, even if that's just going for a brief walk, doing some stretching, something that would be considered low intensity, low impact. It's all beneficial. So moving on from there, another great benefit to really focusing on remaining physically active during this quarantine that I think people often overlook is right now with the quarantine, obviously, a lot of things that we are not able to do that we wish we could do, obviously, and a lot of the things that were in our control are no longer in our control. Whether that is if we are still able to work or not, if we are working, are at home, so on and so forth, can't go to certain places, can't be with certain groups of people, or even see certain people. All these things are currently out of our control. But one thing that you do have under your control is your ability to control your physical activity and your effort towards that physical activity. that is something that you are able to control at this time. So it's something it's something to be mindful of. With all these things being taken away from us right now, this is an opportunity for you to have control over your physical activity. Plan it out, and apply the appropriate effort for you to be successful. There's never been a better time to focus on your physical health and to actually apply effort that you may not be able to at other times due to other life factors. Now is a time where you can fully control how physically active you are, and also physically control your effort level towards that activity. So just a couple things to keep in mind. I'm aware, given everything right now, that a lot of people aren't sure, what they can do at home, what they should be doing, so on and so forth. So as you've seen with other videos on this channel, I am making home exercise videos so far every single day for different kind of home workout ideas that people can try. So that is an option for you to look into. Feel free to watch the other videos and find which ones are appropriate for you. But there is another great resource out there that I would recommend for people, not only during quarantine, but when we're not in quarantine also, to help remain physically active. Like I said at the beginning of the video, that is the Prescription to Get Active program. So you can learn more about the Prescription to Get Active program on the website, which is prescriptiontogetactive.com. This will just be a very brief overview of what the program is and some things that they can offer you. But for more details, either visit the website, once again, prescriptiontogetactive.com, or speak to your physician if they are associated with the Prescription to Get Active program, or speak to one of your allied healthcare providers out of the primary care network offices. So someone like myself, the exercise specialist, dietitian, registered nurse, so on and so forth, as they all have access to this program as well. So going into the program a little bit, the actual purpose of the Prescription to Get Active program is to use an actual physical prescriptive approach to help promote physical activity in the community by using things like recreational facilities, which include gyms, pools, things along that kind of a stem. The partner providers, like I said, are the doctors, healthcare providers of the PCN, and we're the ones that are able to actually provide our patients with the prescription to get active. For example, the PCN healthcare professionals, we also use those to help prescribe certain amounts of physical activity to help people improve their overall health and to help prevent certain diseases. The participating facilities, such as the gyms, like in my area, a big one is the Leduc Recreation Center. They are supporting you by providing certain services when you bring the prescription to them, whether that's a free period of time for you to actually use the facility. So sometimes it's a week or up to a month of actually free use of the facility and services, or a certain amount of classes for free, so on and so forth, just to help get you in the door and get you started. In addition to utilizing our partner recreation facilities, the Prescription to Get Active program also encourages participants to engage in such activities that often include things like walking on community trails, running, biking, hiking, public access to things like tennis courts, all those types of things. So there's a great aspect of community involvement as well. So that's the standard use of the program. Overall, that's been what we have used for a while now. The prescription can be given to you in a physical or an electronic version. But given the quarantine, the Prescription to Get Active program has now further extended their self to involve an online portion to the program as well. And the prescription can actually be used and redeemed to help utilize, and things like an online coach to help you with your activity program. And these things that, once again, you can register for on the prescriptiontogetactive.com website. One further thing that I do think would be great, just to briefly go over our different options that are available through the Prescription Ticket Active website for online resources. If you do sign up for different programs and things that they have. So all these programs offer either free trials or free memberships for certain periods of time, with as long as you have the Prescription Ticket access, the Prescription Ticket Active resource there that you can redeem on their website. So one of the options they have is what's called the 7 Movements program. They do things like tissue preparation, movement preparation, integration of overall functional movements. They also offer things like different movement training and strategies and things like that to help you integrate better movements overall. I believe there are 7-minute long programs in general, and there's a new one that comes out every day, I believe is how it works. And the lessons are spread out over a 20-day period, and if you practice it daily, once completed, you actually do get a certificate of your completion through them, which is awesome. Another program offered is the Wellness Solutions program, and they offer many different kind of programs within it. They're called in general. There's Move 1, 2, 3, Move 1, 2, 3 Silver. Then there's beginner and intermediate and beyond discipline. They offer lots of different physical activity classes, generally ranging from 10 to 30 minutes long, and you can actually search through their program by different instructors as well. And that is called the Wellness Solutions. Another option that is available that has become quite popular as of late is what's called Gym Movements, and that's spelled GYMMVMT. So it's short. It's like none of the vowels, and they offer 30 live exercise classes a week that you can actually participate in. So that is fantastic. They also have a catalog of hundreds of online workouts via video form that you can watch. Also, on the website, they offer many other, like on the Prescription to Get Active website, they offer many other resources for things like how to get started with physical activity, stretching, some balance exercises, strengthening, so on and so forth. So overall, the Prescription to Get Active program offers a great resource available to the patients for in-person facility type of training and resources, and now as well as an online resource available to the patients, which given our current climate and how most of us have switched to online and virtual type of things, can be a great resource to help people learn what they can and what they cannot do from their home, and what types of physical activity might be of a benefit to you from your home, give you some more ideas. Maybe help you feel a little more hopeful and a little more lost as to how to remain physically active when you're at home, because there are countless ways to remain physically active when you're at home to help you achieve your goals, or if not achieve your goals, they can at least help you maintain or make slow progress towards your goals, to where when things reopen back up, you can hit the gas hard again to start moving forward. But believe me, there's plenty of online resources available, whether it's Prescription to Get Active, our YouTube channel, some other YouTube channels that I can always recommend if people need them, to help you remain physically active and progress officially towards your goals during this quarantine time. So I hope that was helpful. As per usual, if you are new to physical activity, if you are returning to physical activity from a layoff, or if you have a medical condition that might make doing physical activity difficult, always consult with your physician prior to beginning an exercise program, for health and safety reasons, obviously. If you have any questions for me, feel free to comment down below. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It is helpful. Feel free to check out the other videos that we have posted on there. My name is Adrien. I'm the exercise specialist at the Leduc, Beaumont, Devon Primary Care Network. Thank you so much, and have a great day.